Now, all this was counted before in the previous video, right? I know there are very long videos that I make, but the reason why I knew it would drop down a little bit more is because, well, I knew that this was A and B, and this could have been C, the very end, but then again, when you look at it closer, you know that it couldn't be C, and we're going to explain why. And let's go to, for example, a daily chart. This explains it all. Actually, let's see if a 4 hour is better. Right here, okay? I'm going to clear all this up here, the Elliott wave lines, except for this part here. Okay, we know that this is B to C, okay? We're going to just keep that in mind to make it a little bit cleaner. You guys see the count right here. One, two, three, and this whole thing is 4, and that's 5 right there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and this makes all of 5, because this has to have 5 waves. Coming down like that, right? So this one here, in hindsight, it looks like it made a 1, 2, 3, which is a 3, 3, 5, right? And then this whole thing in here, you actually see it as an A, B, C. Let's see if we can see in a different time frame here. A, B, C, D, and E. It's kind of like this. This could have made a 1, 2, 3, or it could have just made like an A, B, C, D, E. Oops, I'm drawing it wrong. No, that's definitely a 1, 2, 3 in there. So it's this one here where it was the descending triangle. Yeah, here we go. Sorry, I was trying to look for that one there. Remember before where I was talking about this play? It's because it was a descending triangle, right? And in a descending triangle, it has A, B, C, D, and E. So A, B, C, D, and E, right? So A, B, C, D, and E. And I just thought that this one that hit, where was it there? Am I looking at the right play? I can't remember here. Maybe I'm looking at on the smaller picture. Oh, jeez. I'm confusing myself. It's this whole thing right here. Sorry about that, guys. It was on this, I highlighted right here, right here, thinking it was this triangle, but it's actually this entire big triangle over here. That's the A, B, C, D, and E for wave 4. There we go. That looks a lot better. So this one right here, for the 3 to 4, made pretty much an A, B, C, D, E. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the final 5th wave is making its way down right now to one of these buy zones right here. And if we go back to the daily chart, right, where we drew this massive, massive support line right here, this massive support line, well, it's about to reach this apex zone right now. So I think it's going to be a really good time to buy soon. Definitely soon. I don't think it's going to break heavily past at all, like this zone right here. Like right now, Bitcoin is it's correcting right now. It just reached the new high, not a new high, but the new high in the recent terms, like around 14,500 or so, just a few like hours ago, and now it's on a decline again. So Ripple is going to go down with her as well right now. But you guys do have to agree and notice that this is a buy zone because there was support slash resistance there before, right? So I'm slowly accumulating right now. I'm definitely hoping to play this bounce. Let's look at all the indicators, okay? 15-minute one, it's pretty low right now. On the 15-minute one from afar, we don't see it getting a lower low, right? In fact, the histogram is a higher low right now. We see these ones getting consistently higher as well so far. 45-minute, slowly leveling off. It is down ticking, but it is leveling off as well. But I do believe that it will level off. And this is on a higher time frame, right? This is like 45-minute chart. That's bullishly diverging as well right now. You know, we're getting leveling off and support being found even on the 1 hour. Even though we're down ticking, like I'm trying to predict the very, very bottom, right? It's easy to predict an uptrend when you already see an uptrend happening. But here we're trying to find the very bottom. And these are in dangerously oversold regions already. We're talking about 4-hour chart, guys. On the 4-hour chart, we're talking about 25 RSI. So it might, you know, it's not like it can go down much further. I mean, let's say it kept going down further over the next 24 hours, which will be 6 4-hour bars. Well, that would imply that it would bring down the 4-hour RSI to like 20. So I don't know if that's really possible, guys, for things to go off, for it to go that low. And we all have also counted 5 waves in here, right? I mean, we're just kind of finishing up the 5th one right now. This was 4, and this was subwave 1, 2, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right? And let's see, that was 4. 1, sure, we can call that something like that. We might get a 5th one, like down here, you know, a double bottom-ish. We might not. But either way, we're getting very, very scary close to our buy zones where it is going to bounce because it's in just oversold regions right now. So let's say we went to a 30-minute chart, okay? Not only that, a rule of Elliott wave is that the 5th wave, guys, the 5th wave, and this is the 5th wave right here, right, is the one that can be in the wedge for a falling bullish wedge. So if I actually just do something like this right here, that 100% looks like a bullish wedge, right? For those that are not familiar with what I'm talking about, it's I'm going to delete that Elliott. Actually, no, I'll keep it there. This is the bullish wedge that I'm talking about. This orange one right there. See, it has 5 touches in it, and it's called an ending 5th wave diagonal. And an ending 5th wave diagonal just gets counted very simply like this: 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? Doesn't that look like 5 touches to you? I mean, it sure looks like 5 to me, right? I mean, how much more can it go down? It's not going to break out of this wedge, I don't think. I mean, we already found that it tried to go to 185 and it got rejected instantly. We're talking instant rejection, guys. Like 4-cent instant rejection, not today, guys. So if you look at a higher time frame, it's probably going to get like a wick soon. There we go. I mean, if it goes back up to like, say, 192-ish, if it goes up to 192-ish, we're going to get a nice candle on the 30-minute chart. That's going to be massive rejection. So do we see 5 coming down here? I think we do, guys. Not only do we see 5 coming in the big picture on the 5th wave, right? coming down here. But if you look on the actual fifth subwave, the fifth subwave completing this actual subwave as well right now. You can see a wedge inside of this one too. Right? So we're getting quite a bit of signs of it reversing soon. I mean, there's no denying that we're seeing a wedge inside of a wedge, right? Just based on the two theories that I told you about, where a falling wedge like this makes 5 simple touches. And yes, though, you know, it's like, okay, I'm going to draw that differently. Makes 5 touches like that. Maybe not that extreme like that, right? And then it breaks out to the upside, and it's on a fifth wave, and it's also known as an ending fifth wave diagonal, right? So not only do we see it on the big picture on the huge fourth wave right here, but we also see it right here as well in the fifth wave of the subwave. So yeah, it makes sense for me to be very, very, very interested in Ripple right now. It's one of the coins that's finding some massive support. Not only that, it's a good technology. I ignore all the FUD. I know there's a lot of FUD out there, and there's a lot of people saying it's going to go back to $1, but I'm only seeing things from a technical analysis perspective of Elliott wave, right? And just technical analysis in general. And I'm seeing Ripple like extremely, extremely oversold right now. Like we're talking, you know, once again on the 4-hour chart, right? It's like, whoa. Right now it's still down ticking, right? And that's why I'm going to be fairly patient. I'm going to wait for it to level off here, be extremely patient, and go time. But I am probably going to buy 25% of what I want to get. I will be playing, I'm guessing, I don't know, 10K Ripple or something, since it's more of a swing trading. Swing positions require you to hold for a little bit longer, right? And it's a little bit of a different style of trading as well. So I'm hoping for this to be the fifth wave. But if you do look on here, right, how symmetric these lines are generally speaking, I mean, sure, I think 184, you know, just generally speaking, we're gonna get to maybe this range, the 180s, maybe not, maybe the 178 ranges, but we're not gonna get lower than that because of all those factors I mentioned. And the big one is, first of all, 0.5 Fibonacci level, and the second one is this critical, massive apex point right here. So this is the 1-to-1 level, and this is the massive support trend line that's been forming over the channel for a long time. And this is one of my favorite patterns to play. Do you guys know where this was seen before? I bet you guys don't know. I know you don't know. Okay, watch this, guys. I remember doing an analysis on this, and it blew everyone's mind when I made the prediction right. Ready? This is Dash, which is now over a K. All right, right here. Actually, this one wasn't right the way I drew it. Yeah, like that. That's how I did the TA. That's how we knew it was gonna skyrocket. See? This is called an expanding diagonal, guys, okay? An expanding diagonal. And we see these in a massive, massive primary trend. Right now, all that we see, guys, is this. We basically see wave 1, right? We see waves 1, 2, 3, and that's all that we see right now. We don't see 4 and 5 really forming yet. Like 4 is almost done, but we haven't even seen 5 yet. But all of this actually makes the first subwave of the primary wave. And then after that, it makes a massive, massive correction. And then after that, we are on right here, 3 pretty much in the market cycle for most coins right now. And then after that, we want to catch this bad boy. This bad boy is going to be the one that brings Bitcoin to like 100K, I'm guessing. Higher than 100K. I'm just showing you guys Elliott wave and how market cycle. And then after that, we get the 4th correction, and then the 5th. And then after that, we consolidate and do the massive market cycle correction that's going to probably happen in, I'm guessing 2022. Yeah, I'm guessing 2022 in about 2-3 years, just based on how everything is going. So anyways, Dash did that, and you know, it did that when it was around, I think it was $315. That's when they did the analysis predicting 700 plus. I think it was that one, or I might have predicted 400 as target 1. So what's this one doing, guys? It's doing the kind of same thing, right? Yeah, it is. It might not even hit this level, right? It might not even hit this level. You never know. But just based on everything that we see these regions as a buy zone. I'm just going to clear some of this up so I can talk a little bit more. We see this as a buy zone, right? In this region, because of the past resistances and supports areas before, right? It wanted to come down, broke past it a little bit, and then it found major support here, and then it broke upwards. So we are definitely testing that area. And hey, if it doesn't test, guys, then we will, you know, go down to a lower area of possibly even, I don't know, like this is kind of extreme, right? That was kind of extreme when it came down there. So we're going to guess around even 170, possibly. So the play, guys, is taking the average of where it is now, 186, and all the way to 170. We're just going to take an average, which is 16 cents, so 178. Where is 178? Yeah, 178 right here, right? I'll set a stop loss to tight 155. Yeah, 155. And where am I going to ride it to, guys? Whoops. I'm going to ride it pretty far, actually. I think it's going to break out of the wedge, and it will attempt to hit that right there, to hit the top resistance. That's what I think it will end up doing. Overall, I think this is kind of making like a channel. It's like making a flag consolidation. We see it better on, for example, 30-minute time frame, maybe even 15. Sorry, I went for a quick cigarette there. I forgot where I was. But if you just look on the 5-minute chart here, right? It's really leveling off right now. Like, we're talking really leveling off. This is a dead giveaway as well to me, to be playing a long position soon. And I actually set up some of my limit orders up already, and I'm going to be filling them, going to get them filled. I want to get to, you know, a good 15-20K Ripple. I think it's going to be a really good time to buy Ripple. So here's the play that I'm going to be taking. Once again, this is a strong buy zone, right? And from all the Elliott waves that we've counted, it hasn't exactly leveled off yet. So buying here would 100% be a gamble because we don't have clear signs of it reversing yet. But what we are getting is clear signs of Elliott wave counting that it's near the end and that it's in extremely oversold conditions already. So a bounce could be very likely to happen. And this is what we do as good traders. We try to anticipate bounces. We try to plan ahead. And when we can see more opportunities down the road, we can manage them better by evaluating the risk and the reward and by knowing our specific entries and our exits, right? So I don't ever, or if I'm doing a longer holding position, right, it's very different than scalping. Scalping decisions are made on the spot, and there's not really a lot of thinking involved. It's more so gut intuition based on experience. But for these kind of positions where you're going to be swing trading them, and generally you want to time your entries on a higher time frame like this, they're going to yield substantial rewards if you can time the bottom extremely well. So, but we need to establish, like every time, make sure you guys are establishing the buy zones, right? And the secondary buy zones as well. Make sure you're looking at supports and resistances from every angle. This is a massive one from a channel that has been forming, right? So if this is completing wave 1 right here, guys, all of wave 1, it's going to be reaching a critical apex point just based on everything I've drawn. It'll eventually wedge into this $2 region longer term, and then it's going to hit something ridiculous like, I shouldn't even be saying this right now because I don't want to get you guys excited. But if it wedges into that region right there, and the conservative one, we'll say the lowest point it could go here is like, say, 170, I'm guessing. Like, we could be looking at over $4.85. Because keep in mind, this is only like the first wave that has formed, right? You guys gotta understand that this is only the first wave that's formed. This makes only wave 1 of the primary. I know that there's been a lot of other crap here before, but like Ripple hasn't really done anything. These were all crappy phases. This is officially wave 1 right up here. This is wave 2 that's consolidating. And once this finishes, we're going to shoot for no doubt at least a 1-to-1 extension, which makes about $4.50. That's very long term though. I'm more focusing on swing trading positions. So my entry will be right here, somewhere between this area. We'll just say where it is. We'll say where it is now, sure. And I'll allocate myself a risk. So 185 is my entry. 160 is my stop loss, and around. That's gonna break, I think. And I'm gonna target 230. That's a good play to me. In fact, this is going to be my play, okay? My play is going to be, first of all, I will target a 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension level, which also coincides with the 0.5 fib extension exactly. Right, so the 0.5 fib and the 100% ABC extension happens to match up exactly, which is a beautiful thing. So my play will be this. I will start accumulating between now and $1.80, okay? And $1.80. If it goes down to $1.70 and I am finding support, then I will double up. I will literally double up on what I have. So I will buy my, say, 10K Ripple now. Yeah, I will play 20K total. That's my maximum I'll allocate. I'll buy my 10K Ripple now, and then I'll wait. If I do find support now, boom, I will add 10K more right now if I feel that it's going to uptrend. Right? Actually, I'll add 500. Sorry, 5,000. So that's now 15,000. And then if I've confirmed an uptrend, I will add the other 5,000 in a market order, which will now fully complete my 20K accumulation that I want to have. And then on the other side, if it does go down to, say, the 170 ranges, right? I'll be using another 5,000 of that to even buy more, right? To ladder. And then if it goes down to like the lower 170s, like 170s, then I'll use the rest of my 5,000 just do a market execution as soon as I find reversal. So that's gonna be my play. And then if it hits 160, then that's okay. I'll hit my stop loss. No problem at all. But if I do, for example, get half now, which is at 186, and if it does go lower to 1.7, well, the average of those two is 1.78, right? Is 1.78. So then my thing here, 1.78. Okay, my average price is now 1.78, and I will target 230, and my stop loss is still 1.6. So then it actually brings me to a very desirable risk to reward ratio, which is 3.03 if that were to happen. So I ask myself now, what do I want to do? Do I want to buy into strength? Do I want to wait for a confirmation? Do I want to take a chance and buy now? No, I got a longer term plan, and eventually I want to reach a point where I've got a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio, okay? And this right here brings me to a really good condition. Now, do I want to wait a little bit longer and wait for it to go into here? No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because I don't want to miss my chance right now, right? So I want to put some of my cards on the table. So right now, as it stands, my risk to reward ratio, as it stands right now, 160 is not that desirable. It's about 1.76, right? 1.76. And now, what is confirmation? Well, confirmation would be basically breaking out of this, if you guys remember. Breaking out of this wedge. This is the one wedge that's forming immediately, though. In the immediate term, because we're getting a wedge inside of a wedge, remember? So this is like wedging into that area right now, and there's a lot of pressure for it to break out to the upside, and that is what I'm hoping for, guys. So does that make sense to you, what I'm saying about right now? We don't have the best risk to reward ratio, right? 1.76, but the rewards are still the same. So, you know, if you're playing we'll use dollars this time. If you're playing like a $10,000 position, guys, right now as it stands, you have a chance to win 5K, right? But you also have a chance to lose some big money too. You got a chance to lose 13.79%, right? 13.79% as well. So if you bought some now, yeah, you could lose a slight amount, guys. But it's a good chance. I think, like, once again, the indicators to me are looking like it's wants to do something. Like it wants to do something, especially on the 5-minute chart here. To me, this just screams out for attention right now, and to break me free, set me free. I want to be free. Like, it just wedges like this, right? Just draw some supports and resistances like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. This might be the fifth one already right here. Or this could be a fifth one up there, then a little bit lower. But eventually, it wants to scream out right now and just be set free. Whoops. Right, it's leveling off hard right now. Yeah, so I'm very optimistic and bullish on Ripple. How could I not be right now? Just right, we're talking short term though, okay guys? We're talking short term. Now, I want to tell you guys what an Elliott wave consolidation flag looks like, okay? Now, there's no doubt that this is a flag to a lot of people, and this is a flag, right? It's making kind of a flag consolidation that we can all see right now. However you want to count it, you know, there's going to be 5 touches like that, you know, something like that. Something like that, right? 5 touches. So a flag looks something like that. Okay, and it does 5 touches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 usually, and then it breaks out to resume its pattern, right? And that's what this guy is kind of doing right now. And there's a lot of different ways to count Elliott wave inside of it, right? Like, there's so many different ways, and I'm not gonna argue with anyone about the proper way. Just come down to preference as well. Like, you know, this could be 1 right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, and it breaks out 5 touches. On a more detailed level, if people disagree with my Elliott wave counting, right, this could be the different way as well. This could be A, B, C, like that, just a semi one, and then we can get a W, right? That could be W, and that could be X, and this could be Y, right there. And then if this one fails, this one will make another, yeah, so WX, and then this will make basically another Z down over here, right? So we get WXYZ. So this would be W, that would be X, this would be Y, and this would be Z down. Oh, sorry. Where is it? It could be a double Elliott wave combo. So, which is also known as a triple Elliott wave combo. This could be W, that could be X, this could be Y, and then we get another X point, which is what I'm predicting, and then we get a Z, which rounds off. And if you look at all of this, right, it kind of wants to form this shape, just based on all the supports and resistances that we have right now, right, and then go upwards, right? That's how it looks like to me right now, where it wants to create this plateau, and it wants to not hit the 618 level, like people are predicting, like $1 or whatever. I don't care what people say. I don't care about the FUD. I don't care about any of that. I'm just going based purely on TA and what my eyes see and are trained and specialized in seeing, which is it's leveling off. This is the most critical apex area, in my opinion, right here. The buy zone, right? The buy zone is basically between 170 and now. 170 and now. And don't forget, guys, this is a big target. So whether it swings down to 170 or not, we got our stop loss, okay? We got our stop loss here. And I'm going to call out this play, and I'm going to write it out, actually. Okay, I am back. So these are decent setups. Okay, we're going to take a look at it a little bit differently. So once again, if it does fall to the 170 ranges, I will actually double up on my position there. So right now we're looking at a risk to reward ratio of 1.8 to 1. RR is taking at $1.85. Entry price is between 175 and 190. Target one is actually 225, my mistake. Or sorry, 230 I meant to write. Stop loss is at $1.60. You get a chance to gain 20. We'll say this is supposed to be 24. Chance to lose 13% about. If it falls to $1.70 and I find support with signs of reversal, I'll actually double up on my position, which gives me a great risk to reward ratio of 3 to 1, which I'm okay with that position. and it actually averages out my price to 1.775 if I were to get some at around $1.70. So am I okay with this position? Absolutely I am. I will absolutely take the chances where I do find heavy support and in buy zone regions. Now, where will it fall or go to after? Well, we don't know. No idea where it's going to go. But what I do know is that it's going to make an attempt to break out of this flag, right? And then I'll most likely expect one more. Like I was mentioning earlier, you can call this W, X, you can call this Y with another X, with another Z, you can call this an A, B, C, D, and E, you can call this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however you want to call it. It's going to make 5 slight touches. In fact, it might even break out of this right here. It might even break out of this expanding diagonal, right? And actually make a slight touch down to over here, even the $60s. But you guys got to ask yourself, is it really likely to go to a dollar range? If it goes to a dollar range, we're talking about between 618 and the 786 level here. It's going to break this flag consolidation. It's going to break this massive leading diagonal support as well. I mean, we've got a lot of critical points for it to break, right? And it seems like right now, because it's meeting this critical apex point, I'm going to delete this risk to reward now that I got screenshots of it already. This area, right here, this is a crazy buy zone area. I mean, since I've been making this video, guys, this dropped down to $1.82, and we've already gone 10 cents up. 10 cents up, guys, since I made this video. You guys do the math on 10 cents of Ripple, which is 5%. If you were in a $20,000 position, you would have made yourself $1,000 already. That's how the math works, right? That's pretty amazing. That's 5% for you. So, hold on, is that 5%? I'm just kidding. Yeah, it is. Hold on, is it 5%? A K? Wow, I can't believe I gotta do this. Okay, I knew that. Did I say 5K up or did I say 1K? Sometime in between this video, I went outside and I smoked a little joint, so. But you know what? It really relaxes me, guys. It relaxes me. It lets me think a lot better. And usually I'm like, I'm so up there, yeah, I'm on cloud 9, man. Everybody, let's go streaking. You know, I'm like that kind of person where it's like, yeah, it's just so absurd. But this weed, it really chills me out, and it lets me do like awesome technical analysis, and it makes me see things that I normally don't see, and I have all these moments, you know, and it's like crazy moments where I find things I don't normally see, and it gets me pretty happy about it. So this is a good play, guys. This is a really good setup. I don't know how else to emphasize it. Like, this is a freaking 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 waves, guys. Like, frick. We got 5 waves right here. I don't know how else to say this, but this is awesome. Right? So somewhere in here, it made like a B. You know, maybe 1, 2. I'm guessing 2, 3, like that. 4. Like all of this is 4, remember? And this is the 5th wave down. And we're just waiting, guys. Like 45-minute time frame is extreme. But right now we're just waiting for this to pop out. Everybody is so patient right now. But don't worry, you guys will know when it's time to buy. But at the same token, this is like just finding support like that, right? So this one doesn't count. It is this wedge that's important right now, because that is the one making the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. See this wedge that I'm talking about right here? And it's a beautiful wedge, right? Like, look at the symmetry, guys. You guys need to look at the symmetry of this. Like, look at the symmetry. How parallel these lines are, right? Such as me making stuff up. It's just how parallel it is. Like, man. Right? Is it just me, or do you guys find this amazing, the symmetry? Look at, someone spiked it already to like $1.94. Like, somebody feels like there's FOMO right now. I did tweet it, so who knows? Maybe someone panicked. If I don't know what kind of audience my tweets reach, but I'm sure it has been known to happen where I have tweeted and things have happened, especially with Metaverse. I tell you guys a story next time about Metaverse. It's just too funny. But yeah, that is absolutely bullishly diverging now, right? Like, we're fighting bottom, guys. No! No! Ugh. Yeah, I'm not buying you, I'm sorry. I recommend for everyone to buy TradingView and subscribe, but not me, guys. I'm not gonna do it. Why do I have two here? So anyways, that was the wedge, guys, and I think you have all the risk to rewards and the plays and what could happen. I think we have covered literally every single scenario. I mean, I've even covered the scenario of it breaking, right? At the very end there, breaking, like it can go up to there, I'm guessing, but who knows? It could also break out of this massive channel wedge. And don't say I didn't say it, guys. Like, I'm not just bullish, I'm biased slash bullish. It could fall down all the way to who knows, like. Okay, I'm just gonna put it this way. If you guys need to hear this, there is nothing here. Where's my drawing tools? There is nothing in between this region. Would you guys agree with me? Right? In this region, it is not a buy zone. It is the opposite of a buy zone. Next buy zone that's rational, somewhere around there, okay? We're gonna assume this level first, right here, okay? I want you guys to also know that this is a buy zone right here, okay? Where we are basically are right now. If this does not hold, none of this holds. That's why my stop loss is at 160, okay? If none of this holds right here, we will free fall all the way to like $1 range, okay? So keep that in mind, that right now where we are in that buy zone, we are really testing this support. That's why I'm taking the chance as well. I know in my heart and in my mind that it may not hold, but I will take the chance at this support zone because I firmly believe that there's a good chance for a bounce, okay? And then if that one does not hold, guys, we're just gonna end up free falling all the way to this zone right here. That's what I think. But what I think more than anything is that it will hold because it's the 0.5 fib level. It's a pretty strong number. It will bounce to X, and then, guys, we're gonna get, actually this is not even right, what I'm talking about. It's not WXYZ, that was just an example. It will be W, X, and Y. Oh, sorry, that's not right either. W, that's X, and then we get Y right down here, guys. And then this is likely to happen too. You know, we can be testing here, and then we can be wedging downwards, and then we get an X in here, fails to break out, and within that X, it does an A, B, C. I know very well the possible scenarios that can happen. There are many things that can happen in this particular game right now. But all we can do is try our best to acknowledge what we see and go from there. And you know, this tea has been about an hour already. You guys gotta make note of all these insanely low RSIs right now in oversold regions. It can only go down for so much more. Do you guys know what I mean? Because it is so oversold right now. So, I mean, dropping to $1 from $1.88 is gonna make all these RSIs go down to like 20s. And the 4-hour one, you know, like the furthest we've seen it go down to is 22, and we're already at 26, right? That's really low, like 22-ish. It can only downtick a tiny bit more, guys, before I think the reversal is imminent. So there you guys have it. I think I've talked, you know, you guys know what I noticed? I feel like I could talk for like 10 hours straight when I'm baked. Like I could just keep talking and talking and talking. I'll never stop. I had to like pinch myself and like, okay, Philcon, Mr. Fibonacci, you're done. So that is it, guys. That is my TA for Ripple. I think there's a big chance to gain a lot right now. Like 25% gain is pretty big, guys. Like even if you just played a $1,000 position, you can make $250. That's, you know, the ratio applies proportionally. So yeah, it's some good gains right now. Go Music Go, some good potential there as well right now. What is Music Go at even? It's at 23. Yes, it's falling back from my buy zone around 23 region. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share, give me some love. You guys know what to do. I promise I will feature Luna, my dog, in the next upcoming videos. She'll say hi to you guys. And you guys know she's got her own little cryptocurrency piggy bank. If you guys ever want to donate to it, you guys are welcome to, but don't ever feel obligated. I'm cool, but if you guys ever want to contribute to the community and let me know I'm doing a good job, you're welcome to buy me a dinner. Other than that, have yourselves a great night, and thanks for watching the video. See you guys later. Yeah, I'm watching Anchorman right now. That's right. It's so funny. See you guys later.